Well, let's bring in Luka Garza right now to talk about everything Iowa. And let's start with that Michigan win. Give me the part of the Michigan court storming that stands out to you the most.
I think when they made a little circle and Austin Ash, one of the walk-ons, was dancing in the middle. I think that was the highlight for me, especially because we were right next to each other, and thought it was just really funny.
How would you describe his dance?
Not very good.
Did it get hot? I've stormed the court a couple times, and it's like instantly you're just dripping with sweat because there's all these people crammed in right next to you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, after a couple of minutes, I had to get out of there. I was getting a little bit too tired.
What got on your boy Ryan Kriener that night? 15 points, that's 3 times his average.
I mean, he was tremendous. You know, he really came in and stepped up, especially when I went to the bench with foul trouble. So I was just really, really proud of him. You know, he came in, he was aggressive and confident. You know, he shot the ball with confidence, he rebounded. It was just a great game for him. I was just really proud of him.
When you get in foul trouble, does Fran McCaffrey very calmly say, "Dear Luka, please commit less fouls"? Is that basically how it goes?
Yeah, no, I mean, he was just trying to get me to stay focused and not be frustrated. I think just him telling me that helps me out a lot, you know, instead of going out there and being frustrated and worried about fouls, just to continue to play aggressive despite the foul trouble.
You know, you guys as a team do a really good job of getting to the free throw line, an awful lot. How come?
I think we're just, you know, we're an unselfish team when we get the ball inside, and whether that's from our guards driving to the paint or our bigs, you know, making strong moves towards the basket. And I think, you know, Tyler Cook obviously does a tremendous job of that, and I think he was drawing fouls left and right in the first half, and it just really started to, you know, pile on. And once we get in the double bonus early, I think it just really helps our team.
Is that the type of thing that seems to just happen because of the way you play, or are you guys instructed by your coaches, we want you getting to free throw line, attack the lane more?
I mean, it's definitely a focus of ours, especially because of our presence inside. I think every game we go into, and we're kind of just focused on getting their bigs in foul trouble. Just because, you know, a lot of teams are different when their centers are off the floor. In terms of, you know, centers are really the anchor to a lot of defenses. So, you know, that's a huge focus of ours going into games, just between me and Tyler and all the guards, just driving in there strong and being aggressive and trying to get to the foul line or score.
You personally have had a really nice season, especially offensively, and even the last 5 games, it's really picked up your scoring production. Why?
I think I'm just playing pretty confident, and you know, my teammates are getting me the ball, and you know, in my spots, and I think I'm just making aggressive moves, and you know, I'm just, you know, I'm feeling good and playing with a lot of confidence, and a lot of hard work is starting to pay off.
Who are your favorite players growing up?
Oh man, I have a lot. You know, LeBron James is, you know, my favorite player of all time, but you know, a lot of guys I watched growing up was Kareem. You know, Hakeem Olajuwon, Kevin McHale, just like all the greats. And, you know, sounds a little corny, but my dad.
Wait, well, the dad's a very sweet thing, but you just said guys you watched growing up, and your first name was Kareem. My man, you're not in your 50s. What are you talking about?
You know, that's something, you know, my dad and grandpa instilled in me. You know, when I was young, I was watching, you know, these cassette tapes of you know, the greatest players of all time, you know, from Larry Bird to Kevin McHale to Kareem, you know, all the way back to Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell. You know, that's just kind of how I grew up watching those guys, and you know, and then obviously Jordan and the other greats.
And I've read that one of the guys you didn't mention yet is a guy you've in a way stolen from, and that's Jack Sikma.
Oh yeah, definitely. I forgot to mention that one. Yeah, I mean, the Sikma move was taught to me when I was, you know, really little, and you know, I continued to do that all through my career. And you know, he made that move as well as many others, and he was a great player to watch.
How many times in a game will you do the Sikma reverse move?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes I do it to shoot, and sometimes I do it just to create a little space and then get into a different move. So I think a lot of time when I catch the ball, you know, I kind of open up and kind of face the defense just to know how to read and where to go. So I think I do it, you know, almost every time.
I want to show you a picture here, and I want you to explain to me what's going on. Okay, we noticed this, okay. The footwear. This is wonderful. What is that?
So it's actually a funny story. Tyler Cook was invited to the Nike Basketball Academy this summer. And when you go to that academy, you get like 7, 8 pairs of shoes. And so when he came back, you know, he asked me what pairs I wanted, and I think these kind of stuck out, and I chose these. So he gave them to me, and especially when I had that sprained ankle, I couldn't fit my foot in many shoes because it was a little bit swollen. So, you know, I picked these, and I decided to change from my other shoes that were the ones I was wearing when I sprained my ankle.
So give me the details. What are they? What are they called? What's the size? Everything.
I think they're, I mean, me and Tyler were the same size 18. They're LeBron Soldiers. I think they're just, you know, exclusive to that academy. So they're you know, I guess pretty rare. So, you know, I was just really thankful that he gave them to me, and, you know, he's given me a couple pairs of shoes.
How often do you wear those?
You know, I wear them some practices. I think during that time when my ankle was a little bit more swollen, it was just had a little bit more support and was easy to get my foot into. So I think I wore them mostly then, and then, you know, I kind of transitioned to the shoes I wear now just because we got those the next week. And so, I mean, you might see a return of those soon.
Okay, see, that's where I was getting at. It seems like if you're not wearing them right now, they're just sitting on the shelf. I clearly have size 18 feet as well. You might as well give them to me.
Maybe that'll come with a price.
I mean, I'm willing to bargain. You name it. Nah, don't name it. Don't name it. Hey, Thursday you got Indiana, Luka. You've been playing great. Best of luck in the upcoming game with them. Thanks for giving us some of your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.